Joined here on the Coffee with the Crew series with arguably the hottest Sherwood Park Crusader after another weekend of play here in this cohort series, if you will, against Bonnyville. And Liam, let's start with Friday. Your first two Alberta Junior Hockey League goals coming in the same period, my friend. Were you just feeling it a little bit heading into Friday night's game, or what was going on there?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. The puck was coming to me and just found the back of the net. I don't know, just like lucky bounces, I guess. But it was nice to see one go in. So
for sure, and that's, they always say that maybe the floodgates will open, and certainly they stayed open for you on Saturday night as well. But take us through your first AJHL goal. Did it go the way that you had sort of drawn it up in your head, or what?
Not really the way I drew it up, but it was just a nice play by Magus. He was on the wing, and he kind of just shot it on net, and the goalie kind of just kicked out a rebound, and I just took a whack at it, and it went in the back of the net. So definitely happy to see that one go in, and then to get the win after was even better. So
how has the restart to this season felt for you guys in the room? It's obviously a very different team than the one that you would have had a cup of coffee with last season in terms of some of the personnel. And then to start this year, of course, a very different look with all the WHL loanees sort of taking up some of those roster spots near the top six of the forward group. And that's where you find yourself now, filling in on that top line and producing, obviously. So maybe just a thought on, again, just how you guys are handling this restart and what you want to see moving forward against Bonnyville.
Yeah, it's kind of been weird because we've kind of had like two different teams in one season, because we had a bunch of dub guys at the beginning and then they left. So now we have a bunch of new faces, but they've been great, the new guys. And then, yeah, we've been bonding like really good as a group and kind of been just hanging out in the room. We kind of like go out much kind of thing, but it's been good. And then the 4 games against Bonnyville, we've been playing good. We've been playing hard because they're a hard hitting team, and it's been good so far. Yeah.
Were you expecting as physical a series with Bonnyville as has played out so far? I mean, not necessarily a rival typically when you're thinking of Crusaders hockey, but obviously when you're playing the same team 8 times consecutively, some stuff starts to build up, doesn't it?
Yeah, Adam kind of told us that they were going to be physical, and it's definitely hard to play in their building. They make it tough, so they definitely played that hard-hitting game, and it's worn us down a bit, but we've been battling back and playing just as hard, so it's been good for us too.
What have you learned about your own group in this restart here, just in terms of either your resiliency or, an ability to score that was maybe untapped before, considering you started with no wins so far, or coming into the March portion of this season?
Yeah, it's been good. Even though we're a young team, I think we can surprise a lot of people because we're so resilient and we work hard every day at practice, and everybody's putting in the work. So I think we can really open eyes to like everybody and like surprise a lot of people.
Who on your team, I mean, obviously you're having an excellent weekend, a 4-goal weekend, in fact, for yourself. Is there anybody that is maybe drawing fewer headlines so far, a part of this newer wave of Crusaders, but somebody that works really hard, that catches your eye in practice, that we don't necessarily talk enough about?
Just one defenseman, I would say Kevin Mannock. He's been really strong for us, and like he's been skating the puck a lot out of the zone. He's been helping us like offensively at it. Even though he hasn't been putting up numbers, he's been really good for us, and like he's impressed me a lot. I would say him.
All right, Liam. So we'll wrap up with this. I mean, you guys are coming off 2 wins against this Bonnyville team. You're starting to build a little momentum here. What do you expect practice to look like this week as you try and build?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna get back to work. Just work on little details and get ready for the next 2 games this weekend, and then we got another 2 games against Bonnyville next weekend too again. So we just got to keep on preparing for the games and get ready.
All right, joined now by Carson Cherupak on the Coffee with the Crew series. And Carson, this cohort series with Bonnyville carries on. probably felt for a while there like you guys were never going to pick up your first win of the regular season, considering the long layoff. But Friday nights, home barn, not your first win of the season, but you do pick up a W there. So just maybe take me through how the restarts felt for you in net here in Sherwood Park.
Yeah, for sure. I think everyone's pretty pumped to just get back at it. The boys came out buzzing in game one, and I think we should have had it in game one, but sometimes pucks don't go your way, and we came out in game two and just decided to play another hard game, and we got it there.
Talk to me about the transition. Your numbers in the Winnipeg midget circuit were pretty unbelievable, like a 946 save percentage kind of a deal, and I think it was a 1.46 goals against average. Either way, you come into this Sherwood Park program with a pretty impressive resume. Just talk to me about the transition so far. How have you found taking the next step up to the junior A level of hockey?
It's been really good, actually. The practices have been really intense. The guys have been really good with helping me settle in. I had a little bit of experience playing junior. I played preseason back in Manitoba, and before coming here, I was down south, down in Lincoln. So I played with high caliber players before, so I just knew I had to stick to my game. I feel that I played a very mature game, even in midget, that I knew would translate well into junior. And a couple of growing pains at the beginning of the season there, but we worked through that, and I think I found my game again, and just trying to keep that going.
What are some of the characteristics of your game that you would consider mature?
Strong rebound control. I think I like to keep the shot count as low as possible, so nothing unnecessary bouncing back out into the slot or high danger areas. So everything control, make it easy for my D to get the puck in the corner and clear it out. And a strong compete. If I do let up a bad rebound, I'm able to keep it out of the net as well.
You've got a pretty mobile defense playing in front of you this year. It would seem, at least from the broadcast vantage point, between your Shatskys and your Ashcrofts and Caleb Dick and Mannock and doing their thing. What does that do for you as a goaltender? Does it change anything? Does it make it a little easier on you? How do you play behind this group of defense?
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed, especially after the startup when we started to find a bit of chemistry, that the structure that we have, it's quite simple, at least for me to play in. It's easy for me to do my job, and I hope that makes it easier for the D to do their job if they can trust me in the net, right? And we do have a lot of D who like to jump up in the rush and stuff like that. So if they can trust the guy behind them in the pipes, then they can feel free to do that. So that's really what I've noticed thus far.
Does it help maybe settling, not even necessarily on the ice, although I'm sure it has an impact there too, but you're here with guys like Brandon McCartney, Matthew Shatsky, also out of Winnipeg, I believe former teammates of yours. Does that just help the transition at all?
Yeah, for sure. I think that had a lot to do with me coming here as well. Obviously, I came in late and I was trying to decide where to go, and I felt like it'd be a really good fit. I didn't plan it at all, really, so it was kind of last minute. And Kyle got in touch with me, and one thing led to another. I talked to Shasky, talked to Brandon, just about how they run things here, and felt like it'd be a good fit. Felt like I get to play with two guys who I really liked back in Winnipeg, and yeah, so here we are.
And this is where we transition from you sort of being, the next in line, if you will. And then Jordan Fry ultimately ends up having a lower body injury. He doesn't return here. The keys are handed right over to you. And you've got a young Lochlan Gordon, who we'll hear from next after his first win. But you're very quickly finding yourself in sort of the 1A role, the leadership role in between the pipes in this goaltending dynamic. And, I'm wondering how you feel about that, if you're ready to sort of take that on as you move forward in your junior A career here.
For sure. I'm excited. I want to play in a place where I'm going to play, and I want to be an impact player every night, right? So being able to quickly jump into that as an 18-year-old, that's the goal, right? And I'm just going to do everything I can to stay there.
Well, Carson, it's been good catching up with you, man. Finally, long overdue. Congratulations on a couple of wins on last weekend and then again on Friday. And good luck moving forward here against Bonnyville.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
All right, joined here now by Lochlan Gordon, who picked up his first career Alberta Junior Hockey League win on Saturday night against Bonnyville. Lochlan, a comeback victory by your group, but maybe just rewind before puck drop. You get word that you're going to start for the first time in the AJ for the crew. What's going through your mind?
Yeah, so it was my first regular season junior game, so that was a little nerve-wracking. Otherwise, though, just kind of treat it as a normal game, right? Just prepare the same way as I usually do and just had to get into it. It was going to be a little different because of having bus legs and everything, 2-hour bus trip before, but no, it was good. Just prepared normally and yeah, went well.
Give me a couple highlights of what your pregame routine usually entails.
So usually I take my stick every game, same every way, and like right when I get there kind of thing after I get dressed. And then usually go for team warm up and stuff. And then I do my stretches. That's kind of like routine kind of thing. And then I do all my ball work and do that routine too.
Okay, so you're kind of thrust into a different situation here. Obviously, Jordan Fry, sort of the incumbent, I suppose, from last year in the goaltending situation. You now form the goaltending duo with Carson Cherupak. Just talk to me about what the relationship is like there for you guys, and whether you're still working with Curtis Muka at practices, or just how you're finding being a part of the Crusaders organization.
Yeah. So well, Carson and I actually first day we hit it off pretty good and everything. He took me in pretty good, and I think all three of us with Merrick too, we all hit it off pretty good together. And no, it's a really good group. I like where I am right now, and yeah, we're still working with Curtis Muka, and so that's good too. And then yeah, so no, we all hit it off pretty well, and it's really good. I'm liking where we're at a lot right now.
That's awesome. So you guys find yourselves, you're down a couple early in that game against Bonnyville, and ultimately you guys battle back for you and you come away with the 4-3 victory. How did you see and how did you feel, I guess, throughout the course of your first career AJ game, which turned into your first career AJ win?
Yeah, so first couple minutes, I mean, we took a penalty right away, and so I was a little nervous with that, but honestly, I was a little bit shaky at first and everything, and I think that had to do a lot to do with nerves and then also just bus legs and everything. I felt a little slow with that, and then as it kept going, I think it got a lot better, and I think the team started playing a lot better too, and we all kind of settled in, and we were able to pull off the win.
Statistically, I mean, just for your team as a whole, coming over from the Southside Athletic Club last year, a 1-win season for you. I mean, we won't delve too far into it, and certainly I'm just looking to see from you what the lessons were, as you're a maturing goaltender looking to take that next step, and ultimately did get an opportunity here at the next level. What were some of the major learnings that you had over the course of that season that you're bringing forward now?
Yeah, so a big thing to me there was more of, obviously we weren't going to win many games or do much with our season. So a big thing was for me to play most of the games was just to play for myself, not just for myself, but try to improve myself. And it doesn't matter if we win or lose kind of thing, and just try to improve so I can be good for the next season or try and make it to junior another year.
Did you think that it would happen the way that it did? I mean, you're making this next step in such a bizarre part of the world, in such a strange time in the hockey world. I don't imagine that even in the fall you thought you were going to step up and be a part of the Crusaders franchise come March, but here's how things have shaken out. I mean, how are you handling, I guess, what is a very peculiar situation for you right now?
To be honest, I'm just very glad where I am right now. It's a lot better than I like the junior. I like practicing every day and being at the rink basically most of the day. It's a big step. I like it a lot more.
Have you seen any improvements in your game just being on the ice as frequently as you guys are, at the junior A level here?
Mostly just adapting to the situation and stuff, and maybe like puck handling, stuff like that. Just being more aware and stuff with faster pace hockey.
Give me an idea what you guys want to work on, or what you specifically, I should say, want to work on as you move forward here. You might not get the lion's share of the starts, but certainly you're going to get some more playing time moving forward here. What is your focus? What do you want to improve the most on the next time you're in the net?
Yeah, I think I want to just confidence too is one thing. Confidence, and then a lot of puck handling too, just making sure I can set up the team good and everything. And then, yeah, just staying confident in net and just playing my best.